edition of CFF Nation, and you're watching Homemade Money with Bethany Williams. And I'm going to get you off the couch and making money at home. We're going to start with how to start dreaming. I'm here in where am I?
That would be Rocky Mountain National Park.
I'm here in the Rocky Mountain National Park, and I am competing with the chipmunks to bring you this message. I'm climbing a mountain today, and as I was climbing, I was thinking about all of you sitting at home while your husbands are driving the trucks, or you truck drivers that are sitting out there thinking of ways that you can make money at home. And I get it. I was widowed when I was quite young, and I had to figure out all kinds of different ways to try to make money so that I could raise my children. It all starts with gifts that you were born with and things that you love to do. So I want you to think about, what did you love to do when you were in elementary school or high school? What kind of things did you do even if you weren't being paid for it? A lot of times what we do wrong is we hear about someone who's been successful in a business. They're selling Avon, they're selling Mary Kay, they're doing something, they're making jewelry. And we start to think, if they're so successful at it, then I could be successful at it too. Maybe you can, but the key to figuring out what you're going to make money at is to figure out what you've been gifted at naturally. I know some people who are amazing at woodworking, and even though they're driving trucks, they're able to make amazing furniture that they sell when they're not on tour. And you, if you're staying at home, what do you love to do? If you're good at networking, if you're good at making things, you've got to highlight out those skill sets. From those skills, you're going to figure out a way to make money. We do it all wrong, right? We're not good at sales, but someone talks us into trying selling things. So most of you that I've talked to have said, well, I've tried this or that and it didn't work. Remember, you're going to be the most successful by using the gifts that you were born with. Once you determine what you're good at and what you were born with, you're going to be able to devise a business that works for you. If you love children, everybody needs someone to watch their babies so they can go back to work. And watching 3 or 4 babies at your house can bring in quite a decent income. The going rate right now is about $200 a week per child. And under certain numbers, based on your state, you may or may not have to get a permit. But maybe making jewelry is a good idea for you. One of the people I talked to recently, who now owns her own boutique, started by designing and creating her own jewelry. She was passionate about it, and she does it and makes money doing it. Think about what you're passionate about, and I want you to make a list. I want you to dream up, if you could make money doing anything, I want you to dream up what that looks like. Maybe you live by a nature area and you could do tours for the local tourists or for tourists that come in. You have to expand your thinking. I have someone that writes to me regularly who has just signed up to be an Uber driver, and she's making money by picking up Uber drives, and she's making a lot of money on the weekends. There are so many different options. All you've got to do is be determined to figure out what you enjoy doing and then start mapping out a plan. You give up. You give up too early, because if you don't hit immediate success, you throw your hands in the air and you say, I can't do this. And I did that when I was a single mom. I threw my hands in the air and said, I can't do this. But what you have to do is be persistent. When you're persistent, you will figure it out. Make flyers for whatever the business is that you want to have. Name it. Come up with a cool name for it. And you can start crocheting sweaters for someone, making baby blankets. Remember, your first goal is to figure out what you love to do and then start posting any kind of profit. If you're into photography or filming or editing, there's some great websites now where you can learn the details even if you haven't done it in a while. There's one called creativelive.com that has live classes, and if you catch them online, they don't even charge for the classes. You can learn about lighting and you can learn about new ways to video. And I know from being in the industry, we can never find enough video editors. So if you like playing around with technology, learn how to do some video editing and we can find you work. There is more work than we can possibly say. So are you ready? This is what I want you to do. Number one, you have to get out a sheet of paper. I want you to write down the things that you love to do. And then I want you to look at that list. And if you're completely confused and you have no idea what jobs or what money you can make from what you love to do, then send that list to me and I'm going to answer you. I'll answer every single note I get from you. And I will give you ideas on how you can make money based on your skill set. So number one, make a list of the things that you love to do. Write it out. If you didn't get paid for it, what things are you good at? Are you good at organizing? Are you good at talking to people? Are you good at networking? Are you good at sales? Are you good at creating things with your hands, crocheting, knitting, drawing? Think of everything you're possibly good at and send me that list. And I'm going to help you find a way that you can make money. Number two, I want you to do this even if your husband wants to do something extra to make money. I want you to encourage him to make the same list. What does he like to do that could make money when he's not truck driving? Or what he could do even in between his routes when he's sitting in his truck. If he's a good writer, if he wants to write a book, or if he wants to draw something, he or she could do the same thing while they're on the road. There are no limitations to what you can do to make money at home. The only thing that's holding you back is you. I talk to hundreds of people, and the reason that you're stuck is because you don't believe it can be any different than it is today. And it can. I need you to muster up all your strength so that you can believe in your capabilities. We listen to every naysayer, and we talked about that on the first show. We let people speak into our lives and say that we can't do it, and things can't be any different than they are today. But they absolutely can. So I need you to speak positive things into your life. I need you to encourage yourself, and I need you to admit that it can be different, and it starts today. So we're on a journey. You're going to go with me up this hill, and we're going to get you to a job or something at home making money. So stay with me. I'm here for you, and I can't wait to get your lists. I need a girl thing. So we're going to start at the beginning. I'm competing with a little chipmunk here in the mountain. I'm at the Grand. Have no flipping clue where I am.